Hi, my name is Anna. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share my top tips on how to pass virtual interview. If you have it on Zoom, Skype, Google Meets, or at any other platform. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video because there are so many people in the world who might need this video. And every time you like it, it shows YouTube algorithms that this video might be helpful. I'm on a mission to deliver as much useful information to the people who are currently thinking of a career switch, who are thinking of quitting their 9-to-5 job and maybe start freelancing. For 8 years, I've been building my digital marketing company, and I currently have 90 employees who are serving online educators, and we provide services on digital marketing, sales, online courses creation, and some other things. I have hired so many people in my life, and I know for sure how does a candidate need to behave himself at the interview to get a job proposal. Let's begin with the first crucial thing for the interview. It's a first impression. First impression is about 50% of the success of your job interview. Remember these 3 vital things. Show up on time. On time means at exact time of your scheduled interview. If it is scheduled for 9 a.m., you cannot show up at 9:01. It's a different time. I hope you understand that. You cannot show up at 9:03 because it's a different time. You need to show up strictly at 9 a.m. at the time for which your interview was scheduled. You can arrive a couple minutes earlier, but as far as it's a virtual interview, you will not be able to get into the room before the host arrives. A second part of the first impression is be prepared for the interview. Even if you are going through a bunch of interviews at the moment, be prepared for this specific interview. What does that mean? It's a mandatory to read about the company you are about to be hired to. It's a mandatory to reread the job description to understand what the questions you might be asked at the interview. It's extremely important to Google the name of the company and to find out the latest news and updates in the history of the company. That might really impress the interviewer. The other important thing for the first impression is the background. Reduce the noise to the maximum. If you are at home for the interview, hide your kids. Don't allow them to pronounce a sound while you are at the interview. That's important. I know that it looks cute and interviewers might say, oh, it's not a big deal. It's okay. We all love kids. But this is a big sign for the interviewer that you are not serious about the job and that the kids will keep distracting you even after you get a job proposal. So make sure there is a silence on the background. Not so long time ago, I was interviewing a marketer to our company, and on the background was a kitchen with a lot of dishes, with a fridge full of magnets. That was an atmosphere of chaos on her background. Because of that background, the first impression was significantly spoiled, and at the end, we didn't hire her. The other important thing for the job interview is your posture, the way you sit. Example from one of my previous interviews. I was interviewing for the position C-, like a top manager in my company, and there was a really talented guy, but his posture was a nightmare. He was sitting like this. He tried to look relaxed. He was nodding his head every other time. He was sitting like that at his desk, and it's not the way I want him to see during the interview. Why? It creates some not so serious attitude and even a little bit disrespect to the interviewer. I'm not his friend. We are just 2 professionals talking to each other. So keep that in mind. If to talk about the posture, it's also important how your hands are flying when you have an interview, your gestures, the smile on your face. The more open-hearted you are at the interview, the more honest you are during the interviewer will feel it, and the more chance of a success of the interview you might can get. This is very important. Don't forget that virtual interview is way more difficult to pass than a regular live interview, because during the virtual interview, it's a little bit difficult to create emotional connection with the interviewer and understanding between 2 of you. So that's why everything matters, and especially gestures, emotions, and your openness. Another important thing for the candidate is to be able to outline every achievement that you have reached on your previous job experience. It is important not just to mention something abstract, like I have achieved a big success on my previous job position because I have become a team lead. No, this is not interesting. There are two things you need to focus when you are talking about achievements. These are the numbers and facts, specific data that can prove your achievement. For example, when I became a team lead, there were only 2 team members in my team. Within a month, I have hired 5 more team members. I spent on that only 8 hours. I have created a specific system that has helped the company to increase the efficiency of the teams like mine up to 50%. This is what is valuable. The exact numbers from point A to point B. And point B achieved thanks to your efforts and thanks to your skills and your experience. The other important thing, when you outline your achievements, all achievements should not be about you, but they should be about your company. Remember that when you are the interview, you should tell how your company benefited from the actions that you have taken. For example, I have built a department of 5 people within a month using my specific system. Or you can say, I have built the department within a month that has increased the total monthly revenue of the company up to 20%. By using the system that I have invented, the company benefited in decreasing the costs on workforce. You can put it like that. This is what the interviewer would like to hear from you. Let me know in comments below if this video was helpful for you. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel that I post here twice a week. Stay tuned and see you next time.